2022 comes to a close, I thought it would be a really fun idea to take a look back at some of the books that I read in 2022. Some of these I have videos for and some I don't. If I did a video reviewing the book we're talking about, I'll put a link to it, but if I didn't, I may do a video talking about it in the future. So just look out for those video links. Starting out with dishonorable mentions is Ninth City Burning. And if you have seen my book review on this, you know how I feel about it. Or to be completely honest, I almost didn't even finish it. The idea of the book was good, but I feel like the execution was very weak. And again, I go more into that in the video, but suffice it to say, Ninth City Burning gets the dishonorable mention place. Number 5 spot is going to be James Patterson's classic Angel Experiment. Now, I read this book in middle school and I decided to go back to it, and I'm so glad I did. It's just as good as I remember, and it just felt so good to reread. One of the series that really sparked my love for reading in general. So I will definitely be doing a review on all the Maximum Ride books at some point, but I am so glad I went back and reread Angel Experiment, because it just reminds me of how good this series was, and I cannot wait to relive the entire thing when I reread the rest of these books. Taking the number 4 spot is going to be Suzanne Collins's prequel to The Hunger Games, A Bout of Songbirds and Snakes, and honestly, I really did enjoy this book. For a while, it was my top book that I read, but it still got a really high place on the list. And that's because Suzanne Collins does such a good job at showing us a different side of the Hunger Games world, but it's still in a familiar way that we all understand what the world is going to develop into. I go into more depth about the specifics of why I like the book in that video, but suffice it to say, it was really good, and honestly, I can't wait to see how they deal with the movie adaptation of this book when that comes around. Number 3 spot is going to be Neil Shusterman's Unwind series, which is the last video I posted, but I absolutely love the social commentary Shusterman does for the book. I just love this book so much. It was so interesting in kind of that dark macabre way, but I absolutely love the book and cannot wait to start the rest of the books in that series because it is so good and I really enjoyed it. Number 2 is actually surprised me when I was putting together this list, because number 2 is going to The Hate U Give. I read this for class. As I was reading the book for class, I enjoyed it so much. The book does such a good job at making you feel what the characters are going through. The writing's awesome. The plot of the story is really interesting and just really gripping, and I will probably end up doing a review of The Hate U Give, but I absolutely love this book, and that is why it's going to take the number 2 spot. Taking the number 1 spot is going to be Rebecca F. Kong's Burning God. As you guys know, I absolutely love the Poppy War series, but this book was such a good ending to the series. It wrapped up everything pretty perfectly. It was just a great book with so much emotional growth for all the characters, and the ending is just awesome. It's a really good full circle ending, and I will not go into so much detail as to why because I already have a full video talking about that book specifically. Suffice it to say, Burning God takes the number 1 spot as the best book I read in 2022. That was my 2022 book ranking list. If you guys have your own list, leave them down in the comments. I'm always looking for new suggestions, but I hope you guys leave your list down in the comments and let's discuss some books. If you guys want to follow me on social media, my Instagram and TikTok are both RM Book Reviews. As always, I will put links to both those accounts down in the comments. If you guys want to check those out, highly suggest checking out my TikTok because I've been posting on there quite a bit. Most of the stuff that's on the TikTok isn't on either my Instagram or the channel, so definitely check that out. Thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please do not forget, like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you do not miss any future videos. Happy New Year! I hope you guys have an awesome 2023. A lot of cool stuff coming to the channel pretty soon. Till then, have a great New Year's and keep on reading.